I'm Betsy Robinson, the author of The Last Will and Testament of Zelda McFigg. Like most humans, I formed my strategies for living when I was a kid. Because I had virtually no parental guidance and lived in what I still refer to as a house of funny mirrors, I sought rules from the outside. Advice columnist Ann Landers. Remember her? Ann was very clear about right and wrong. It was right to remain celibate before you were married, and it was wrong to clean your house naked. Those weren't really my issues as an 8-year-old, but you get the point. And so did I. And I decided right then that the way to survive this crazy world was to figure out what the truth was and rigidly adhere to it, which I did for most of my adult life, not very successfully. But thank goodness a terrific therapist began softening my reified belief system, and in the process got me to realize that, like the rest of the human race, I had just as many shadow qualities as I had so-called right and truthful ones. And I had just as many loving qualities as I had cold and resentful ones. That part was more difficult for me. Enter Zelda McFigg. Goodreads reviewer Will Burns wrote of her, "Zelda's regard for the law is like that of a passenger on a bus noting a billboard. It might be worth some consideration, but not for too long." The Last Will and Testament of Zelda McFigg won Black Lawrence Press's Big Moose Prize for the novel. And when executive editor Diane Gettle called to tell me the good news, she also asked about my experience writing the book. And that was the first time I articulated it. Absolutely exhilarating. Writing Zelda let me act out every repressed, vengeful, selfish, entitled, oblivious part that I'd ever attempted to exterminate out of my behavior with the help of Ann Landers. After a gazillion years of therapy, I've come to believe that we all embody everything we love as well as everything we hate. And if you wipe out either half from your awareness, you are, in a sense, exiled from your true self. Zelda McFigg is a story of exile, in her case from her loving part. Most of us like to believe our shadows don't exist. I wrote Zelda to celebrate the shadow in the hope that others will recognize, laugh at, and love it the way I do now.